G'day, my name's Jonathan. My series on the Hangman channel is we're going to be looking at controversial and interesting legal cases, as well as interesting elements in the justice system. Well, interesting stuff that I find interesting. So I really hope I can keep you guys interested and get your minds thinking in regards to my episodes. So the first episode is why I am for the death penalty. And this video you're about to watch is one of the very reasons why. So please take a look and let us know if you believe that this guy deserves the death penalty. And please let us know your thoughts in the comments section. And if they are good points, I'll actually place them in my next video. So on with the show. So please sit back, grab your cat, put it on your lap, give it a pat, and let's get into it. This is episode 1, the Jonathan Collection. This crime took place in 1973, so quite a whiles back. Now, if I were on the jury when this case went to court, and the question is one choice, to allow Mr. Isaacs to live, or to have Mr. Isaacs be executed for the crime, I would choose yes. And by saying yes, I am also saying that the death penalty should be allowed as a form of punishment in every country. Now, I'll give you more info on my decision at the end of the episode and also in the comments. So, let's get into it. Now for some context.
On May 5th, 1973, 19-year-old Isaacs was sent to Maryland's Poplar Hill Correctional Institute. That night, he escaped with his half-brother, Wayne Coleman, and his friend George Dungy. They picked up their kid brother Billy, 15, and headed south in a stolen car. 9 days later in Seminole County, Georgia, they stopped to burglarize the mobile home of the Alday family.
Well, we went in the trailer about 4 o'clock. And like I say, we were after money. We found about $70, $75. And we had just came out of the trailer, heading towards the car, when the first 2 men pulled up. All 4 of us were armed. There was a shotgun in the Jeep that the 2 men were driving. I don't know what made us decide to kill them, but it was, more or less, we didn't want to go to prison. They had seen us do what we did, and we knew that they could identify us. So rather than tie them up and just leave them, we figured that they couldn't send us back to prison if they couldn't talk. I took the oldest, next to the oldest one, into the south bedroom, and Wayne took the older one into the north bedroom, and both of them were shot. Once they were shot, I started coming back out of the bedroom down the hall, and Billy told me that there was someone else outside. So I walked into the kitchen and looked out the window, and there was a pickup truck out there. There was 2 men in it. They didn't look like they were getting out of the truck, so I told Billy that we'd go out and bring them in. We went out the front door and around the end of the trailer. Billy went to the passenger side, I went to the driver's side. We told him to get out of the truck. We brought him into the trailer. Wayne shook him down. I took one of them into the south bedroom. Wayne took the other one into the north bedroom. Both of them were shot. As we were all 4 standing in the kitchen after that, when we heard a tractor pull up in the driveway. As Wayne looked out the window, and he just waited for the man to come to the door. When the man knocked, Wayne opened the door and threw down on him and told him to come on in. We shook him down. Told him to lay on the sofa in the living room. Billy shot him. No sooner than he shot him, we were coming back to the kitchen, and Wayne told me, he said, well, someone's going to have to move a tractor. So I went out and was starting to move a tractor when Mary Allday pulled up, and she just looked at me and then pulled up and stopped. I jumped off the tractor and walked up behind her, told her to just keep walking in. I took her in and put her pocketbook down on the table. I told Wayne and Billy to go out and transfer the guns and stuff from our car to her car. While they were gone, I raped Mary Allday. While I was doing that, Wayne came in and he raped her. And we tied her up. All four of us went back to the car with her. George and I rode in Mary Allday's car with her, and Wayne and Billy drove in our car. And we drove about 7 miles up the road to a wooded area. Mary Allday was raped again by me, Wayne, and George. And then she was shot by George. And then we got in the car and drove over to Alabama. And the car broke down on us, and we stole another car over there, and then headed north into Kentucky. And we spent the night up there just laying around and watching the news.
They were caught after robbing a country store. Billy Isaacs agreed to testify for the state in return for a reduced charge of armed robbery. He got 40 years. Coleman, Dungy, and Carl Isaacs got death.
I think he should have died the day that they found him, after he'd done this crime.
So, Vid, what is my argument for having the death penalty as a punishment? First off, it's the type of crime. I believe that if you commit a crime so egregious that it meets the level to be recognized as cruel and or pointless, that you should die. Now, my second point is that the wants of the family of the victims should be heavily considered on whether or not to execute the murderer.
But just think about the mother of the 3 boys. Lost 3 sons and a husband all at one time.
We don't understand why things like this happened. I know my boys were good boys and they didn't bother anybody. Didn't even know these people, and why they were chosen to go through this, we'll never know. And I don't know, they loved one another and they were very close. And I don't know why they had to go through all this. I would guess so it was just God's will that this happened. They were all church members, all joined the church at the same time. All 3 were ordained as deacons of the church at the same time. And then they died together.
My last point is that murderers, they don't want to die. And they sure as hell don't want to die from a needle or a chair.
I don't think, that the taking of my life is going to pay for what happened in Seminole County. The people were killed, but killing me isn't going to bring him back to life.
So if the only course left that you have to be able to affect something negative onto the person that murdered your family, then that should be allowed to happen. Now, those are the main points that I have. The other points I'll put in the comment section below, so please read them. Maybe you better change my mind or somebody else's mind. That'd be great. Hey, thanks for watching to the end, guys. I really do hope that I got you thinking. Yeah, look, if this episode is, kind of your thing, or you thought it was okay, then have a think about becoming a Hangman Patreon, as you get to see the next vid and keep up to date with what's going on with the channel. And obviously there's the other episodes of the Hangman teams and their series, which is pretty, well, I don't know, look, you just have to see it. Look, I hope you and your family are safe and well. Ka kite.